Indiana Holmes here, and today we're going to be taking a brief tour of Crystal Cove in Southern California and looking at the beautiful coastline of this historic state park. There's cottages, as you'll see, that you can rent and stay for the night or for the weekend. It's really kind of beautiful right down here on the sand. A lot of beautiful natural California flora and fauna, authentic native plants, and just the beautiful ocean and the beautiful waves. It's really something to see, so come along for the journey.
Crystal Cove State Park is a state park of California encompassing 3.2 miles of the Pacific coastline, inland chaparral canyons, and Crystal Cove Historic District of beach houses. The park is located partially in Newport Beach and partially in an unincorporated area of Orange County and is part of the larger South Coast Wilderness area. Crystal Cove is a stretch of coastal cliffs and beachfront cove situated between Pacific Coast Highway and the Pacific Ocean, southeast of Newport Beach and northwest of Laguna. The 3,936-acre park was established in 1979. The entire park hosts a total of 3 miles of beaches and tide pools, a 1,400-acre marine conservation area, as well as an underwater park, 400 acres of bluffs, and 2,400 acres of canyons. Up until the arrival of the Spanish missionaries, the region was a series of native villages built around 2 different natural springs. The natives were then drafted to the Mission San Gabriel and the Mission San Juan Capistrano, which was later known as Rancho San Joaquin, until it went into debt and was sold in 1864 to James Irvine, a financier from San Francisco, along with 3 other ranchers. However, in 1876, when their sheep stock began to fail from drought, poor wool, and an increasingly competitive marketplace, James Irvine bought out his partners prior to his death. His son, James Irvine II, then inherited the ranch and began to expand the production of the land by leasing it to agriculturally diverse farmers and formed the Irvine Company in 1894. Being a favorite spot to James Irvine II, he allowed his friends and family as well as employees to build cottages on the area that we now refer to as Crystal Cove. As cottages began to undergo renovations and become more permanent residences, the owners were offered a choice by the Irvine Company to either move the cottages elsewhere or to hand over the ownership and allow them to be leased by the company. These cottages were developed by the Irvine Company, and the location was called Crystal Cove Community. In 1927, the Irvine Company leased a portion of the area to a businessman who sold propane to coastal farmers and became a camping site named Tyrone's Camp. Trailers replaced tent camping in the 1940s, and in 1954 it was renamed El Morro. About 290 mobile home trailers on the beachfront and inland area were primarily homes for some families up to 4 generations. In 2006, after 26 years of litigation, the California Coastal Commission, who purchased the property in 1979, evicted the tenants and demolished the El Morro Village Mobile Home Park, converting the private community into day use and overnight campgrounds. The area was renovated to also include a visitor center for tourist information, dining areas along the beachfront, a cultural center, museums, and the park's marine research facility. The Crystal Cove Historic District, a National Register of Historic Places site inside the park, contains 46 beach cottages from the 1920s and 1930s, of which 29 have been restored. 21 of these cottages are available for rent. The house from the Bette Midler movie, Beaches, is located in Crystal Cove. Crystal Cove has long been a source of inspiration for plein air painters, a type of landscape painting that originated in France. Early plein air painters documented Orange County's coastline, and Crystal Cove in particular, with their paintings. In homage to the movement, one of the cottages at Crystal Cove is called Painter's Cottage. Crystal Cove is used by mountain bikers inland and scuba and skin divers underwater. The beach is popular with swimmers and surfers. Lifeguard services at Crystal Cove are provided by the California State Parks Lifeguard Service. Lifeguards patrol the beach year-round, while lifeguard towers are staffed roughly Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day weekend. The offshore waters are designated as a marine conservation area as well as a 1,140-acre underwater park. Visitors can explore tide pools and sandy coves. In addition to the beach, the park has 2,400 acres of undeveloped woodland, inland, and coast highway, which is popular for hiking and horseback riding. The park has a total of 17 different trails. The grounds are also available for camping. There are 34 different lots spread across the 3 designated backpacking and camping areas, including Upper Morrow, Lower Morrow, and Deer Creek campsites. None are accessible by car, only by hike. Only 4 people are allowed to camp per site. No pets are allowed, and no fires are allowed in the backcountry campsites. Crystal Cove State Park has registered 180 different species of birds that can be observed throughout the entire year, seasonally, or a few times per year. Some of the birds seen regularly include the turkey vulture, the mourning dove, the ring-billed gull, the common raven, the greater roadrunner, quail, and the house sparrow. Along with registered birds, there are roughly 26 registered reptiles in Crystal Cove State Park, 10 of which are commonly seen by visitors. These include the California legless lizard, the arboreal salamander, the Pacific tree frog, the red diamond rattlesnake, the Pacific gopher snake, the southern Pacific rattlesnake, the California king snake, the side-blotched lizard, the western fence lizard, and the coast horned lizard. I hope this information has been interesting and helpful. Each of the state and national parks found in California have something unique to offer. Whether you're in the mountains, where you have forests, or whether you're at the beach with the ocean and sand, every park has something to offer to everyone. So, I highly encourage you to spend some time in the parks in California. And if you're in Southern California, I highly encourage you to make your way down to Crystal Cove State Park. You won't be disappointed. Now, let's take a look at some of the sights at Crystal Cove and enjoy them with some music. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. Until next time, this has been Indiana Holmes.